Hey guys, my name is Metro, and what you're about to see are 5 of my favorite locations in World of Warcraft, specifically in the Eastern Kingdoms. Now, these are actual locations, alright? Places that you would go to and see as an individual, not whole zones with varying architecture. And if you have your own opinions about this topic, I would love to see them in the comments. But either way, let's get started. Number 5, the Tainted Forest. This is a small little place within the Blasted Lands, a zone that a lot of people have a preconceived notion of, and I think most of you would be surprised to see this. A wily old veteran would know that this was not always looking this way, especially back before that cataclysm. A druid named Wormthorn came along and he tried to revitalize the place, but old Wormthorn's got his work cut out for him, as you can see. The place does look a lot better, but it's still got a lot of work to go. Either way, it makes the top 5 because this is a pretty unique part of a zone that has pretty much always looked and resembled the same thing. Now you got that big old tree growing in it. Number 4 is in Loch Modan, especially that dam that used to be there. A wily old veteran like myself remembers a time where that stood tall, proud for the realms of dwarves and men to trespass upon. But the old cataclysm showed that was up, and now you just got some rubble. But you do got a good view of the surrounding zones, and that's why this is in at number 4. You could see Grim Batol, another very important dwarf monument to Led's history. And then over to the side, you also get to see something new that's cropped up. I personally have very good attachment to this zone, and I think a lot of people who played way back in the day would say the same. So you'll understand why this pretty little dam's destruction is especially sentimental. Number 3, and it's Booty Bay. Home of some enterprising young goblins, this place has quite the allure. Nestled in the famous Stranglethorn Vale, home of the world PvP, you got quests, you got everything in this zone, and a lot of people come here and there through Booty Bay. One of the best allures of the zone is the rooftops. I love sitting on them rooftops, and I think a lot of people say the same over the years. Oh, but the cataclysm's not been too friendly to old Booty Bay. A lot of reconstruction process going on. Makes the whole place feel a little bit smaller, but all that matters is when you're sitting on top of that waterfall, drinking in the sunlight, especially on that 4th of July fireworks show. You get a real nice warm feeling of nostalgia creep right up your spine. Well, number 2 is old Gilneas, especially the city proper. You may not know a lot about old Gilneas here, and that's 'cause you ain't ever rolled a worgen. Whole place is pretty well fleshed out for those who picked the worgen class, but there's a pretty hefty old backstory there going on in Gilneas, especially with them Alliance folk. They didn't like each other for too long, but they're back in the fold now after Sylvanas pushed her forces through. The city itself, well, it's pretty nifty if you ask me. You can still see the glow of the windows despite being perfectly abandoned. You know, it does seem like a great place to come set up shop, but either way, it's great on its own right, and that's why it's number 2 in my top locations in Eastern Kingdoms. Yeah, you already know, don't you? Number 1 only could be Ruins of Aesir. The Horde and Alliance conflict popped off over this place some while ago. As you can see, them ships still there. But the true treasure that they were looking for was right under their nose. Well beneath the water surface, you see some magnificence. This is a place of great and steepled history, and when you see it for the first time, you will never forget it. When I tell you this, that I still come out here every time I do and get surprised and as interested as I was the first time. I am not lying to you. It used to be some kind of old elf city or something, I don't know. But now the whole place is underwater, alright? And them Naga got the place all monopolized. Yeah, there's a lot of things to hate about the zone itself, Aesir, but this is one of the true beauties of Cataclysm, and it's a damn shame that nobody got to see it, because everybody went to Hyjal instead. They really dropped the ball with this. It's easily one of the most memorable and recognizable places in the video game, and so many people never even get to see it when they're leveling up. It's a crying shame, I tell you, but that's that. Number 1 on my list, Ruins of Aesir, true beauty underwater. If you got any of them questions, let me know. You got your own top whatever, hit me up in the comments, but otherwise we'll see you guys another time.